Want to learn the fastest 90s for 1v1s in Fortnite? Well, this is the perfect video for you, as you'll learn 4 of the best 90s tips to 90 faster and best 90 retakes. If you are new, make sure to drop a subscribe and also put on post notifications for more console tips. Also, let's get this video to 250 likes before the first 24 hours. Also, I want all of you to go down to the comments down below and type in which season of Fortnite you thought was the best. I'm going to be highlighting some that I agree with. Alright, so first let's go over the first type of 90 on today's list. So this first type of 90 is one of the original 90s from Season 1, and all it is wrapping 3 walls around and then placing a floor and stair. Now, a lot of people like to do this in different variations, and we'll get onto those in a minute and how you can improve them, but nevertheless, this is very effective, but it consumes a lot of mats. Now, some people like to just do 2 walls and 1 stair, however, the problem is sometimes you can glitch underneath your stair if you don't place a 4, so that's why sometimes this one isn't the best, but that's why we've got more 90s on the list, so that you can find the perfect 90 that you like. Alright, now let's talk about the Americano 90. Now, you might be wondering what's the Americano 90? Well, it's basically the normal 90, but put in reverse. Now, why might you ask, why is it called the Americano 90? Well, it was actually because it was founded by some of the best top players in America at the start of Fortnite. Now, all you have to do is basically wrap your walls from left to right in an anti-clockwise sort of matter, and then place a floor and a stair. It's very easy, but sometimes you can actually get caught underneath your stair, so it's also not that effective. But of course, once again, we've got some better 90s coming up, leading to the ultimate 90 later on in the video. But for now, let's take a look at the next 90. Now, what is this next 90? Well, it is the 2 wall 90. Now, this 90 is perfect for saving mats, as all you have to do is place 2 walls to either side and then place a floor and a stair. Now, the Super 90 is super useful as it doesn't use any mats at all, and if you have barely any mats left over, then I'd highly recommend using this 90. It also carries some great speed, as you can actually don't have to hit any wall on the side. However, this can also be a disadvantage because you can sometimes fall off. So definitely make sure when practicing this, you stay in the middle of the 90 rather than falling off the edge. Okay, but 90s don't matter because sometimes you get hit with this thing called jump fatigue. Now, what this is, if you're jumping too much, it will slow you down from jumping and you'll fail your 90. However, we can actually cure this by using the infinite 90. Now, how can we do this? Well, the infinite 90 is very simple, and all you have to do is do the basic 90 just like so by placing these 2 walls and then placing a floor and a stair. But you have to make sure you're standing in this exact spot so that it'll basically, when you place the floor, it will phase you up, and then you place the stair and it will phase you up once again. And now all you have to do is hug the wall when you run around the corner, and all you have to do is place the floor and the stair, and it will phase you up each time, resulting in this 90 being close to the number 1 spot. And watching the gameplay, you can also see that the infinite 90 can be combined with some of the 90s that we showed previously on the list. Okay, so let's actually move on to some of the secret pro 90 tips that only the pros knows, but I'm going to be exposing it to you, so do not worry. Now, let's first go over hugging versus not hugging the wall. So we have a time up on screen here of doing a simple 3 90s, and it took 3.5 seconds if we were hugging the wall, but if we don't hug the wall, it takes 2.7 seconds. So to take away from this, what you guys need to be doing while 90ing is make sure you stay in the sweet spot, which is almost in the middle of your 90, and the best way to practice this is by doing the 2 wall 90 so that you do not have a wall to hug even if you wanted to. However, do make sure not to fall off the edge just like so while practicing. Okay, now we talked about infinite 90s earlier, but let's actually talk about how you can master them and do them at the fastest speed. So let's talk how to do infinite 90s. So what you're going to do is start off by doing 2 normal 90s, however you want to choose to do so, and then the third one, make sure you wrap around and place 2 floors and a thing. So we're going to do jump, jump, and then do the infinite 90, jump, jump, infinite 90. Now, you see, what we were doing earlier is constantly doing the infinite 90. However, by doing the infinite 90 and hugging the wall, which we learned earlier, is actually slower. So what we're going to do is take part of doing the not hugging the wall technique for 2 of the jumps, and then on the 3rd jump, regain your jump fatigue, enabling you to then jump again twice in a row, and then follow it up with another infinite 90. Just make sure while infinite 90ing though, try not to get unstuck underneath the actual staircase, because sometimes when placing the floor and the stair, you don't phase through and up properly. Okay, now let's talk about the special 90 that prevents the opponent 90, I like to call it. So how this actually works is what you're going to do is start by doing normal 2 of your 90s, and then you're going to follow it up by going a staircase out and placing a pyramid. Then do another couple 90s up, and what we'll actually learn here is from our enemy's point of view, if they were playing against you, they'll actually be prevented by this 90, it's why the title is it. So, as you can see here, when they build up, they will actually run into a pyramid. Now, what this is going to do is prevent them from placing another stair to actually gain high ground on top of you, and they'll have to actually break the pyramid before they can actually go around you and then build up. Okay, awesome. But in today's video, all I've showed to you so far is actually how to do 90s off spawn. But let's talk about some actually 90 retakes that we can do if we're in a mid-fight. So the first 90 high ground retake we can actually do is by editing a floor and a pyramid just like so, and then wrapping 2 walls out by placing a stair. Then follow the same procedure by placing a pyramid and floor, editing those 2, wrapping around, and you can just get the idea, guys. Just keep on doing that over and over again. And now to show that what this would look like in a faster sort of motion. As you can see here, this can be quite effective just to get high ground in a 90 sort of formation, staying in the same place but gaining height very fast. But you can actually make this faster by, rather than adding the extra stair in there, keep doing this on the same exact level, and it'll basically speed it up and make it way more protective. However, this is extremely hard to do, so I would not recommend this for everyone if you are beginners. But if you are pros, then definitely make sure to go ahead and have a go at that one, as I use this all the time in fights, and it's very beneficial, giving me not only high ground fast, but also a lot of protection. Okay, now let's talk about the second 90 high ground retake. Now this one's very nice, and it's very much my favorite. All you have to do is place your floor and a pyramid, edit those two, and then what we're going to do is place a floor out to the side, and then place a stair so you can land on it when you jump across. Edit the floor, then follow up with a bunch of stairs, and then place a pyramid at the end, which you edit. Then go ahead and place 2 pyramids on that, wrap around 2 walls, and then all you have to do is edit the pyramid just like so, and then go ahead and build out by placing stair and floor and ramp, and it's very easy and very simple. This is what it will look like in a faster sort of speed. As you can see here, it's a very fancy retake you guys could chuck into any sort of montage or anything like that and make it look very nice and fancy. But let's go ahead and actually talk about something else which can be very beneficial, which is if you were ever stuck underneath someone, this third 90 high ground retake is going to be perfect. So for example, you're in a box stuck, what you're going to do is going to edit the wall just like so, and as you can see, if you have a pyramid, it'll actually give you a bit of a boost when you hit the wall. All you'll do is have a nice simple side jump out of the box, and then follow up with some stairs, and then go ahead and do a reverse 90, and you're chilling. That third high ground retake is actually perfect if anyone is ever above you and you're stuck underneath them and do not know what to do. Alright, now let's talk fourth 90 high ground retake. Now this one's very fancy. If you guys want to do it, all you have to do is place a pyramid, floor, edit those two, and then follow up with 2 stairs like so. And then when you go ahead and do that, you're going to have a jump out to the side, place 2 walls, a floor to catch yourself, and some stairs. Edit the floor, and then edit the wall. This will just add a fanciness. And then all you want to do is a bit of a side jump out, follow up with 2 stairs, a pyramid, and a floor. And then all you gotta do is go for a bit of a side jump just by jumping out to the side and placing the floor. If you need to, guys, just slow down the video if you have to. It's honestly fine. And then from there, just go ahead and throw 2 90s in at the end. And it was just a very flashy, nice retake that will add in a bunch of cool and insane 90s. Okay, but if that last high ground retake wasn't as snazzy as you like it to be, then don't worry, because this last one is going to be the best one for you. The 5th 90 high ground retake is going to be so fancy. As you can see here, we'll start by 2 90s, and you're going to edit the floor just like so. And then when you edit the floor, you can actually place a wall through it, and then you're going to jump out to the side. Now the wall's going to give you protection when you jump out, but not only the wall, you're also going to place a stair above your head, and then follow up with a scissor ramp formation. Once you get there, place a pyramid and a floor at the end of this, then edit both of them just like so, and then place 2 pyramids on top, and then wrap some walls around behind you, edit the pyramid, and then go ahead and make sure to subscribe if you are still watching, guys, because if you are still watching and you are at the end of the video, then make sure to subscribe, because you clearly have enjoyed it and I've done a good job. So make sure you subscribe for more console tips in future. I'm always helping you console guys out. If you are on console or PC, either one, you may as well subscribe, but mainly console players I do special in. Also remember, we're going for 250 likes in 24 hours, but if we have already hit that, then make sure to just smash a like anyways. I'd appreciate that so much. Also make sure to go ahead and follow my Twitter. It's linked in the description. I'm always active on Twitter. Make sure to go follow that, and also use my supporter creator code if you would like to. It is WHOODS #ad. Make sure to use that, guys. But other than that, I guess I will see you all in the next video. Peace.